What's up, y'all? I'm Don. You watching Lead On Media. Today we got Convictor in the house. Stay tuned.
See, I've been through the pain and I've been through the struggles, lot of things that I've seen in my life. You know, I was good in the hood, I was good with them goods, boy, you know I try to live a fast life. I roll with my top down, I done ran from the cop.
What's good, my brother? All right, baby. Hey, Dig, for the people that don't know who you are, who the Convictor is, why don't you give them a brief understanding of who you are?
My name is Convictor, a.k.a. Dushan Williams. I'm a rapper. I'm a businessman. I'm a father. I'm a husband. They call me an apostle. I got many hats. I do many things. You know what I'm saying? I'm even working on my own clothing line. So.
Oh man, so you just getting busy right now, huh?
Yeah, bro. I'm
I
tired.
ain't even know all that, man.
I'm tired of wearing other folk clothes.
Let's dig into the rap scene, man. How long you been at that, man?
I've been doing gospel since '97.
Okay.
I've been rapping since '83.
Wow. You been getting busy, huh?
Yeah, I've been putting it in.
That's what's up. So what's new on the scene for you, man? To, let the people know what's going on with you.
I'm working on a project called The Messenger. I just released the project in April. Everybody, says that it's a CD. No, it's a mixtape. I can do better than that. That was just something that I threw together for an appetizer, so y'all would be like, oh, my man done came back and he even better. After my accident, I came back like the $6 million man. I'm bigger, I'm better, and I'm faster. The lyrics is more potent. You know what I'm saying? So this project that I'm working on now is called The Messenger, and I'm using it to help raise funds for the disabled.
Okay.
Yes.
Hold on, we get into that. We're gonna get into the accident part, man. Give a little insight on what's going on with that. But tell me some who you got producing on the CD?
The new one or the mixtape?
The mixtape.
The mixtape, I had Throne Music, Ty.
Okay, Ty, yeah.
I got All Around Beats.
Okay.
I got who else on there? Kid Easy.
All right.
And a couple of other tracks that I just, Super Mario.
How many songs on there?
It's 13 with 2 acapellas.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right. So you pretty much just giving them like you said, an appetizer for you come with the messenger.
Yeah.
So what the messenger all about, man? Give me a little insight on that one.
I mean, it's about me dealing with all colors. You know what I'm saying? Being in the streets, or wearing blue, or calling myself a Crip. We wore blue. But that was just, one facet of life, you know what I'm saying? I was created to minister to all people, whether you were blood, whether you a Crip, whether you a Latino, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm able to do, kick it to the disabled, so you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so being that you coming from a street perspective, you know what I mean? We all know that's not really accepted in the 4 walls, you know what I mean? Dealing with, how do you deal with that, man? Like you say, some call you an apostle, you wear many hats. How do you deal with, because I'm pretty sure you then got criticism and still get criticism for, how you represent Christ. How do you deal with that?
Man, I know who I am, you know what I'm saying? And I don't let other people define who I am. And that was one thing, that's what got me in the streets, letting them define to me who I was. And so, because I didn't want to be labeled a nerd, because I didn't want to be latent, because I didn't want to be called a punk,
all right.
And the background from being molested, I sure didn't want to be called a homosexual. So you know what I'm saying.
So you got stories, huh?
I got more than 52 cards in a deck.
Okay, you said we're gonna get into this your injury, but tap on the testimony of being molested. You know what I mean?
I grew up in church. Every Sunday, my mom had me in church, like clockwork. Sang in the choir, deacon, usher board, altar boy. Every facet of the church I've operated in, but nobody knew that the bishop had molested me, and so I carried that for years. And
wow.
I hated the church. I hated God. Because I had to listen to this man preach every Sunday about the love of God. And I'm like, well, you know, if God is love, then why would he let you do what you did to me? And back in them days, wasn't nobody trying to get rights to be a homosexual, ladies and gentlemen. That's a preference. You know what I'm saying? It was taboo. Homosexuals, when I was growing up, they got beat down.
Yeah.
And I was a part of that. So, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't about to let nobody know that I was confused about what I was, you know what I'm saying? Because that would have been the ultimate, you know, beat down. So, you know.
So fast forward, and years later, you're able to speak on it. You're able to talk about it. You're able to help people with it. Will you speak about that in the messenger, or have you spoke about that in the mixtape, or you know what I mean?
I spoke about it in the mixtape, but not, you know, in depth. In the messenger, I'm going a little bit more in depth of dealing with it. And I kind of shied away from it because my first CD, a lot of people in the church ridiculed me. And that was, you know,
bro. I remember that one.
I, you know, was questioning God.
So we looking forward the messenger. That's gonna be power packed, huh, man?
Yeah, 15 tracks.
Wow. Some of the same producers.
Some of the same producers. You know, I believe in keeping, you know, the money in house. You know,
that's what's up, man.
Because that's the only way we gonna grow. You know. You'll never see a Chinese person in the soul food restaurant, but you'll see us in the Chinese restaurant.
Man, all the time. Getting number one.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, so, and it's difficult with dealing with us.
Yeah.
But, you know, you got to keep doing it, you know what I'm saying? And maybe one day we'll get the, you know, the gist and the understanding that, you know, we got to spend our dollars with one another. That's the only way.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, you know, that's why I started this channel. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, we hear about so much negative stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like on the news every single day is something happening that's just negative. And the negativity get pushed so much, man, that you rarely hear something positive. And when something positive actually get a little light shine on it, it get swept under the rug. Like, okay, yeah, that's enough of that. And that's why I started this channel, man, to, you know, to shine light on people such as yourself, man, and what you doing, and, you know, what are you bringing to the community, you know, and in this situation, you bringing deliverance, you know, you're bringing the word of God, you're bringing hope, you know what I mean, you're bringing so much, man, to uplift for people, and especially our people, man, you know, not only Christians, but black people as a whole, you know what I mean, like you say, you know, we got to learn how to spend with each other, man, you know. You said you had a accident, man. What happened, man? You know,
I was driving a high-low, and you know, it wasn't something that I just picked up. I'm a licensed high-low driver, so I was driving a high-low and going down the ramp and hit a bump, and the weight, you know, just took over, and I was trying to jump out this open side, but gravity pulled me down, threw me to the floor, and I'm watching this high-low come down, and it was aimed to actually crush my whole body. But, you know, I screamed out Jesus, and I'm not ashamed to say that I screamed.
Better not be.
I screamed Jesus, and I literally saw the high-low turn.
Yeah.
And I had enough time to back away, but I was in shock, you know. But I literally saw the high-low turn, and it just came down on my leg, on my ankle. Crushed my ankle. I got an infection. They couldn't get rid of the infection. And, you know, I lost my leg, my foot. But, you know, I would tell a person that it's the best thing that ever happened to me. And a lot of people, you know, they look at me like I'm crazy, but it actually introduced me to who I really was, because my strength before was depicted off of what other folks said about me, you know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, you know, I wasn't raised to be in a gang or anything like that, but you know what I'm saying? I did it, you know, because they validated me, you know, and gave me strength from what I was struggling with at that time. So when I got saved, it was still living off of other people's validation. But when I went through the accident, wasn't nobody there but me. So it was just me and God. And through that, God said, now, when you say you're strong because I validated you.
Wow. So that brings you to the point where now which proceeds go to helping disability with the mixtape or the messenger?
The messenger.
Okay. So that brings you up to date where you're riding for disabled folks now. You know, you contributing to their cause also.
It's a struggle out here, you know. My man said it's hard out here for a pimp. It's hard out here for a disabled person, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And knowing God and having benefits is still hard for me, you know.
Right.
What about the person that don't know God? And what about that person that don't have benefits? I'm here for you.
Any information, man, you would like to, any advice you would like to give someone out there, man, that's, that's just trying to walk in the Lord or trying to get their music together, any advice that you can give, some positive advice to the people, man.
Find your purpose and go with that, you know what I'm saying? Stay in your lane. You know, the only time you should get out of your lane is if the person that's in front of you is moving too slow. You put your blinker on, you get in the next lane, you go around, but get right back in your lane. Find your purpose. Find out what God has called you to do and do it and pursue it.
It's been fun, man. Lead On Media. Y'all be on the lookout for Convictor. Remember, promote progress with positivity. Peace. God bless y'all.
You know I was good in the hood, I was good with them goods. Boy, you know I try to live it fast like I roll with my top down. I done ran from the cop sound. Man, I'm tryna reach the altar. Boy, meet me at the altar. Man, I'm tryna reach the altar. Man, meet me at the altar.